Winter's coming, and today we're stepping into the snow and building the coolest ice base you've ever seen. Welcome back to Warforged Miniatures. Today we're building the ice base to go along with the Space Wolf that I've painted in the last video. So follow along, we're going to build the coolest ice base you've ever seen. Came up with a pretty cool base and a couple techniques that I think ended up looking really awesome. So let's get into it. First off, like in a lot of basing tutorials, we want to build a little bit of height. So we're going to take some cork, just rip off a little piece, just to build a little platform that my Grey Hunter can run off of. Next is something I've wanted to try for a while now. It's something I saw a while back, like when I first started painting miniatures. I'm not even actually 100% sure where I saw it. The idea is to take some extra spruce skeletons and craft a couple of shards to make some like ice crystals. So that's what I did next. I used my sprue cutter and kind of carved up like 3 little ice crystals to go onto the base, and then I placed them right in front of the little rock that I made. After I added the little crystal shards on there, I put some texture paste just on top of the rock, little platform, and then I gave everything a prime in black. Next step was to base coat the whole thing in deep sea blue from Vallejo. I want to build up some like cold blue tones, obviously to make ice, starting off with this nice deep greenish blue. Next, I dry brushed everything in a gray, just to kind of bring out the texture of everything so you could kind of see what I'm going for. And then it was about building all of those blue icy colors onto what will be the ice part and the top of the base to kind of blend everything together. So I used just a different mixture of blues and whites to kind of like wash them over the base to bring out this like light bluish greenish hue. This took me a little while. I went back and forth, and you can kind of really go with whatever color you want. So if you want a more greeny blue, or if you want to add more yellow or purple into it, you definitely can do that. I was going for obviously a more light blue, which is what I came up with in the end, and you'll see that obviously. And the next step was trying something that I have not tried yet before, was using this UV resin. For this step, basically just covering the parts that you want to be ice in this UV resin, hardening it with this UV light, which I came up with this little contraption just hanging it from my painting light to cure it. Although this stuff kind of cures pretty quick. It says 4 to 5 minutes on the box, but as soon as that resin sees that light, it's like already like basically hard. It's like a sticky goo all of a sudden. So I added the first layer of UV resin. Then I went in and used my hobby knife and some sanding sticks to create some scratches like ice would have. Now I'm not done with the ice quite yet, but in the next step I wanted to paint up the ice shards a little bit. So at this point I just kind of edged highlighted them with white and washed some white in to kind of create a little depth of color and just kind of made them look like ice crystals. I also used some more white edge highlighting just kind of along the rock, just adding some spots of like white because there will be snow on the base eventually anyway, and just kind of tying it into it a little bit more. Now going back to the ice, I know so far it's probably all something you might have seen before, but I wanted to add more depth to the ice. So my idea was I washed over the ice with like a white wash, basically filling in those cracks that I made, so it kind of like stands out a little bit more. So all those little slashes I made with my hobby knife now stand out a lot more with this white wash filling in the recesses. And then I kind of wiped off over the top a little bit, but leaving a little bit of residue in like uneven ways so it adds a little bit more texture. And then again, I went over top with more resin and repeated the entire process. I did this 3 times, so 3 layers of resin each time, slashing it up, adding a little bit of white in, and then going over top. And then even on the last time, I did fill in that white, but then I wiped everything off. So you just left a little bit of the white inside the slashes. But if you look directly at it, and I tried to get this on camera as best as I could, but if you look down into it, you can like see into the ice, like through layers of ice, and the effect kind of came out really cool. Now, already at this point, I felt like the base looked pretty cool, but I wanted to add some snow to tie it all together. So what I did was I added some of this snow effect from Monument Hobbies, and then on top of all of those, I added some of this battlefield snow that I found from Army Painter. Just kind of sprinkled it over top and then knocked off the excess, leaving like a chunky snow looking effect, just kind of mainly on the base and a little bit onto the ice. Then I finished off the base with a black base rim, and this is what it looked like in the end. At this point, I might still go in and kind of maybe go around the bottom of the base with like a transparent blue ink, but I'm gonna test that before I do it on this model because I don't want to ruin it. I think that will tie everything together, but I think it looks pretty great so far. And that was the final result. Now you're ready to go ahead and build your own ice base and conquer the world of Fenris. Let me know if you got some value out of this video and if you're gonna try this ice base. I really appreciate you guys for watching the video, and if you're following along with the 75 hard so far, I hope you guys have been enjoying that as well. Let me know down below what you like about this video, what you don't. And if you do like this channel, subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified when I release the next video. Till next time, guys, peace out.